Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, May 4th, 2023 at 12:22 p.m. So, I guess the claim must be doing some good. It must be working because yesterday, I remember I told y'all I put the clay in this coconut oil jar. Now it has the consistency of baby food. So, so I discovered something. Yesterday, and wait, let me see something. My Soleil salt water is ready. You see, it's the salt at the bottom, but it's clear at the top. It's ready. SOLE with apostrophe. With the accent mark over the E. So this is the Soleil water. The Soleil salt water. I took this before a long time ago, but this is the brine. The Soleil salt water brine. Excuse me. So that is supposedly hydrate you. You take they say to take like I don't remember. I think they said use like 1 cup of Himalayan pink salt or Celtic sea salt and 8 ounces of water. Stir it up real good and then let it sit for 24 hours. And then, for 24 to 48 hours. I think I got it right. I could be wrong. And then they said afterwards it's ready. So then they said on an empty stomach, you take a teaspoon of the brine and put it in 8 ounces of water each morning before breakfast or anything, and wait at least 30 minutes. And if you're having like an acid reflux problem, they said that like if you have low stomach acid, it would activate the stomach acid, and they said it's good for healing all kinds of stuff. So, well, since I took I ate the junk Jimmy Dean sausages, which are full of everything bad, salt, fat, whatever. So yesterday and today I didn't take the Soleil salt because those Jimmy Dean sausages, which I know I shouldn't have ate, they have a high sodium and high fat and everything. So if I can get to stay here another month, then next week I would like to get to buy and eat healthier food. But I got rice and beans seem like, well, I'm not gonna say like forever, but for a nice while. I guess I have enough rice and beans for like another week. But I put some in the freezer. So I discovered that I put a tablespoon of the clay mixture yesterday. After, like, it was a couple of hours after breakfast. I put the clay. I put a tablespoon of the clay mixture and some more water And then about 45 minutes later, I had to run to the doggone bathroom. And then, um, but I didn't realize that the clay mixture, I mean, when I drunk it yesterday, I think I remember, I think it took the pain in my arm by my elbow. I think it took the pain away and I didn't even realize it. So this morning my arm was hurting and I just took a tablespoon of the clay and put it in some water and drank it. And I think I just took it and my arm is already starting to feel a little bit less pain. I'll let y'all know later on if the pain had went away. But yeah, like yesterday I don't recall feeling pain yesterday evening. So so um all this stuff that I have in this house that I've accumulated, you know, I mean, well, all this stuff. But see that. Um, so that if I mean, the toilet paper, it lasted me. Wait, where is it? The toilet paper? It lasted me. Um, the toilet paper lasted me. Um, the whole. Excuse me. It lasted me the whole month. So. So the toilet paper lasted me the whole month, and I don't have a whole lot over here behind my bed, but but I have stuff stored in here, so between the stuff that was, I mean, between the money that was donated to me and the stuff that was donated, like um, this right here, plus the towels and stuff, and these are my clothes. These, wait, hold up. These are the clean clothes, and this is the dirty clothes right here. So, the perps are threatening me daily, about having me back homeless on the streets and, falsely making it like as if I'm a menace to every city that I'm in. So the online perp smear campaign me. I was still in the hotel room in Cincinnati at that fake Birch Hill Suites, and those bastards still never gave me my money back. So they stole money from me. The Birch Hill Suites Hotel, they stole money from me. So so I guess that's part of the gang stalking too. So, and that abusive, narcissistic, fake perp, Justin, would get mad and scream at me and get rude and nasty every time I try to call, and then block me from talking to the manager. He'll either lie and say that the manager didn't come in yet, or he'll lie and say that the manager had left already. So, and he got mad and went off and screamed at me the last time I tried to ask about the money that they were supposed to refund. So, talking about scam, but y'all look at what the gang stalkers can scam the targets. So, so I mean, yeah, I mean, so the fake Darnell Williams perp already said that, well, I called up 18 places of business in South Texas and told them about you. Why the number 18? Because it's 666. 6 plus 6 plus 6. And that was before I even got down there. And then a few days after I got here, as I said, all I said was South Texas. But they still would have fraudulently and illegally found out where I was at anyway. And that was before I even posted up any videos. When I just said, the place is $540 a month. And now I didn't say it to tell my business, but I was trying to get help to get down here. I mean, no, I already used my money from the Social Security to get down here, but I was trying to get extra help for the rent to, for enough to stay here. So I don't remember how much it costed. I don't remember exactly how much it cost. I think it costed $245 or something. I could be wrong, but I don't remember exactly how much it costed. But that was about the same amount how much it costed for me to get from Pensacola to Cincinnati, something like that. I don't remember. But, I have the money now, just enough to, my other bills are paid, but I have enough to go and, renew another month. But I don't know what the people at the front office is going to say, because the perps keep threatening me. The online perps keep threatening me, threatening. Like the fake Darnell Williams perp, he tried to say, well, I contacted Cynthia and Savannah at the Dollar General. And he also said, well, I called the post office. Before I even told about the incident that happened last Friday, it was before then when he said, I called the post office and told them about you. Excuse me. And I called Cynthia and Savannah at Dollar General and told them about you. And I told Dairy Queen about you. And I told the front office about you. And you're definitely going to be back homeless on the streets. So then, it seems like as if he's cowardly doing this from the internet. And he would always pretend to be other people. Like, I think it was him. I don't know if it was him that pretended to be other professed targeted individuals. If he pretended to pose as them. Like, I don't know who that was that, but it seemed like somebody with a different personality though. Somebody was posing as Cynthia Burns. And I don't know who that was. So I thought it was Cynthia Burns. And I'm like, wait a minute, this kind of ain't, but I know she said she was hacked and stuff like that too, but it's like, as I said, speaking of Cynthia Burns, she believed the lie that Q the Realm made about me. Q the Realm is a perp that sits behind the desk and she lies and says she's targeted. So Q the Realm and A Targeted Journey, they both believe. Cynthia Burns and A Targeted Journey, they both fell for and believed the lies that Q the Realm was making about me. And she did fakes, like Q the Realm was doing fake smirks, and she had a white man in the background directing her on what lies to say about me. So she must be those sold out satanic prostitutes that they're trying to get me to be. I can't see myself doing that to nobody. So yeah, it's like they get us black women and try to target us, and they want to target you and try to have you living with some man, a male handler. I mean, with Andrea Jones, the one who said that she was pregnant for I don't know how many years, so, she would switch back and forth between, living with a man and then doing perp stuff and changing her hair color and doing everything worldly. And then when they throw her back on the streets, she's, wearing either an all black wig or her natural hair or whatever. And being more humble and holy and reading out the Bible, praying, crying out to God, everything like that. She told me that, I'm not under MK Ultra no more. I know, she said, I'm not under MK Ultra anymore. But after she told me that, Andrea acted like she was trying to get me to sell out. So if Andrea is like exposing everything that's going on and out on the streets crying out for help and everything, reminded me so much of myself. And then she would end up with a man living in his apartment or whatever, and then having like blonde and purple fake braids and twerking or whatever. And then next thing you know, she be like twerking and whatever else, and then next thing you know, she's back on the streets again. It's reminded me so much of myself. But me, I never went to go and live with another man and let myself be mind controlled by a pimp, sex trafficker man or what. They've been trying at me, but I reject all their offers. I say no. So, so the fake Darnell Williams perp, as I said, he went to falsely report so many of my videos yesterday and thought it was funny. and then said, "Well, did you get the gift that I got you last? I mean, did you get my gift?" So I mean, he is really he doesn't care that he's ruining my mental health. So there. I mean, I have tried to. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to make my videos private or turn off all my comments, but because I already had to turn off all the comments on my blog. But if people wanted to support, I feel like they should have an avenue, to, contact me or talk to me. But I can't even publicly put out my email because they would troll and harass me on whatever emails, like they've been doing on social media. So I mean, he was even harassing me in the middle of the night last night. So it's like, if you're harassing people, and how can you hypocritically say that somebody is violating YouTube terms of service, but you break their rules every fucking day, YouTube and TikTok. But when I report him on TikTok, TikTok lies and says that he committed no violation. But when I expose their gang stalking activities, I'll be lucky if I get 4 views on my gang stalking videos. But other professed targeted individuals, they can have 375 likes and about maybe 4,000 views on their gang stalking videos. But it's like, I'd be lucky if I get 4 views. And sometimes my videos get wrongfully striked for harassment and bullying. The very instant it's posted, it don't even give it in a few seconds or nothing. And they fucking reject my doggone appeals. And it's like my TikTok is on its last legs. And it seems like all my YouTube channels are pretty much on their last legs. I gotta get to have a voice to speak the truth somewhere. They're trying to murder all my social media. Trying to get rid of me from this earth. So, so I think that was that fake Darnell Williams perp that was behind the Minutes to Pensacola fake YouTube account. YouTube won't strike those videos down either, or that channel, or they have so many fake mockery, fake mean YouTube accounts about me that slander me, and then they lie and say that I'm being exposed when I'm actually being slandered, lied on, and smear campaigned. And other so-called targeted individuals fall for the lies and join in on the bullying. And I'm gonna call you out again, Ronald Soriano. That I see him on other people's channel crying out how the targeting is so unbearable and that he can't take it and all that, but yet he's posting up a whole bunch of fake, but I mean, it's fake for him because he's being fake, posting up Bible scriptures, but all the while gang stalking and perping the shit out of me. And I do not know this guy. I never did him anything. If you're showing footage of yourself being targeted, but then you perp me, Ronald Soriano. So if you got a problem with me, but you insist on being subscribed to my videos, my channels, I mean, my Targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel, last week he made a perp comment on there, and I had to block him on there too because I have him blocked on this channel. It's like, make up your mind. Whose side are you on? You want to claim to be a Christian and claim to be for Jesus, but you perping people behind closed doors. And the same thing with that fake ass gang stalking simulation perp. Now, some fake TI perps have both a house and a car, and they beg for donations, and they have CashApp, GoFundMe, Venmo, Zelle, whatever. But I was actually struggling on the streets, and they want to talk about, oh, Candy don't seem like she's starving to me, or oh, she's scamming for hotel rooms. And I'm like, motherfucker, how you want me to die? They don't have shelters available, and it would be 19 degrees. You wouldn't suffer out in 19 degrees. Y'all have y'all comfortable house, but y'all sitting there, you know. It's not a scam to try to fight to survive when y'all bastards, your fake TI perks are more aggressive than the regular perks. Y'all all want me to die. And so that's why I'm an enemy to the so-called TI community nowadays. And, you know, if people want to act like they want to invite me to these Zoom meetings and conference calls, I can't go because they're always being run by, or they'll be connected with somebody who I don't like or who I have an issue with, or if they don't like me or they got an issue with me. So they had this guy that tried to do a Twitter space, and then when Roy E. Cups noticed that it was me, oh, he exited out of that. He exited out of there real quick. I exposed the truth about Roy E. Cups being, you know, part of a Masonic organization. It's crazy in the so-called TI community that it's corrupt, because how can y'all claim to be fighting against corruption? The popular fakes are the main ones without evidence. Because their name is popular in the so-called TI community, you believe and listen to them. But you know, you want to tell people stop filming, and y'all handpick who to tell to stop, to ignore the perps and stop filming and recording. But if you treat that person with favoritism, you will say, yeah, keep on exposing those demons. Oh, we need more videos from you. Oh, we like your videos. We want more videos. So that fake Aquarium Doris perp had left me alone for a few days or a couple of days, and then went back to making a harassing comment today and threw up the devil horns hand sign. You know, she tried to talk about, oh, I'm a fake TI perp just like you, and then trying to talk about you were harassing that man while he was playing his music, and I hope somebody do this to you. I hope somebody do that to you. I scream, and it's like y'all can get away with hiding behind anonymity and saying all this shit and then threatening me, bullying and harassing and threatening me. And that's not against the terms of service or community guidelines. I don't even know y'all. Y'all make up fake brand, after you're blocked, you get fake brand new accounts to come and harass, but y'all want to sit there and falsely accuse somebody of violating the terms of service. But y'all don't care about your own crimes. And it's like y'all are proud Satanists, proud Satan worshipers. I mean, I felt so defeated last night. Psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I felt so defeated. I don't even know if my phone keeps freezing on me because I'm sitting here. You know how it be when I'm doing videos. I always been like that, and my twin sister too. That ever since we were young kids, it seemed like when thinking really hard about something, we would, excuse me, without realizing, we would look away, without even realizing. But but she wanted to say, oh, making like that was false proof that Candy's lying. Talking about, oh, she can't even look in the camera. But they have had perps that look in the camera and lie, make up lies. So, they have people who will lie. I mean, when news people, like the newscasters, or when whoever else, celebrities, they can look in the camera and tell straight up lies or deceive or hold back. So, yeah, it is so cold. Well, I feel cold, but I don't know what the air is supposed to be. Now, ever since yesterday, every time I get an email notice, every time I get an email note, oh, it says it's supposed to be up to 85 degrees. Every time I get an email notice, I get nervous. I'm like, because even up at 4 something this morning, more videos being wrongfully striked on both the main targeted by the Psych World and the backup targeted by the Psych World channels with an S. You want to know something? On my blog, the perps wanted to control the amount and the views of my blog, and none of my short stories are on the top 10. But at least a couple of my ebooks are on the top 10. So I'm feeling too beat down and discouraged. My anxiety being high, you know. But yeah, my on my blog, the it's like the truth that I spoke about abusive narcissistic perps and fake TI perps. They put those in the top 10. But none of my short stories are part of the top 10 in my on my blog. The perps brag about how they think that they control my blog more than I do. And so the fake Darnell Williams perp keep harassing me every day. I don't even, I only say something about him after he did something. So then he came and harassed me on TikTok and said, well, yeah, you say I don't have control over you. If I don't have control over you, then why do you keep mentioning my name? Why do you keep mentioning me? I'm gonna keep exposing everything y'all fucking doing. Because I heard that somebody who can stalk you this seriously and stalk your location, I heard that they be satanic and evil enough that if a person come up missing, if they're satanic sex traffickers and people come up missing, and there might be like somebody come up missing, yeah, they already found out my exact location before I did any. I'm like, damn, how the fuck they found out? So I mean, as I said, the fake Darnell Williams perp, he found out on Craigslist. And I didn't even tell y'all, I found this on Craigslist. I didn't say that. But I guess he hunted in case, oh, let me see if Candy went on Craigslist. And he made a fake Craigslist ad on for Cincinnati about me. I reported it, but you know, it didn't get taken down. So this guy thinks that he can make offers for me to sell my soul or sell out for a slice of pizza or $5 or something. I won't even sell out for 5 trillion. But as I said, the roof I have over my head, um, they're making threats to take it away. But how could I get a job if you made me back homeless again on the streets? When I have a place to live, I have a better chance at getting a job. But me being blacklisted, I still can't. It's still hard. So he sabotaged me trying to get help with the vehicle, a car or something. And he lied to people and said that I was a scammer when it's them. So, the fake Darnell Williams perp has been, he like these sex trafficking gang stalkers they worship Satan. They do not believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. And they're after my soul. And then he's trying to make it like you're going to sell out and you don't have a choice. DJ even tried to tell me you don't have a choice. Well, y'all haven't got me. But I guess DJ and Alex Dupree got a wilder and more powerful demon to replace them, which is the fake Darnell Williams person, and DJ refused to reveal his identity as well. And kept calling me from different fake numbers. I didn't even realize that that DJ was probably using text now also, but this new number, I'm not even gonna put it on any TI website or none of that. I mean, there was a point in time before I had the falling out with Shayla Avance. Um, I went down the list of I tried to email almost 200 people, and maybe only everybody else ignored me, but maybe only 3 people responded. And I tried to call certain people on that surveillance survivors database, and most people ignored me. They had a couple of people who called me from there, but most TIs have became perps, and that I'm glad that that website was able to be backed up. That exposed gang stalking website, and that guy got killed. Charles Langenberg, I think that's his name, from Vancouver, Washington. But I did deep research and found out he was a New Ager. He wasn't even Christian, but that's some doggone vital information that they killed him for exposing that they try to brainwash TIs to become perps. I mean, I guess they try to beat you into submission. But it's like, if you calling me fat and greedy and you're doing things, you keep bullying and abusing and oppressing me, it's not going to make me join y'all. It's just making me more so see why I shouldn't join y'all. But so yeah, I'm feeling like devastated. I should have kept all those videos private. Then I mean, and I mean, I felt beat down and devastated. So yes, they have. I mean, on the Targeted by the Psych World backup channel, I can't. I'm blocked from saving playlists, or I mean saving videos to a playlist, and I'm blocked from wrongfully, blocked from doing any videos. So I wrote a blog post this morning before, I think it was, no, it was after I ate, you know, explaining, it being so unfair that they did that to me. So so if anybody who defends and agrees with the fake Darnell Williams perp and all of them, it's like, and when I call y'all sex traffickers, y'all get mad and say Candy, and play like y'all the victim, talking about Candy exposed me. No, I'm truly accusing y'all of being sex traffickers. If you're supposed to be targeted, but you acting like a perp and defending and agreeing with the fake Darnell Williams perp and Stephon Adams and all them. Somebody says Stephon Adams and Nerve Gorilla are the same person, but I don't think so. But they're both perps. But I discovered the other day that the Nerve Gorilla perp has like more than one channel. And this perp that falsely called herself Queen of the South, she throws up those satanic hand signs, acts like both a target and a perp, and then she also posts up Bible scriptures or pretend to be Christian. And she was perping and bullying me unprovoked for no reason at all. And she joined with fake retarded Trisha to gang up on me and perp me, and then to gang up on me and perp me, and then them two had a falling out, and then Trisha tried to pretend to fake cry and playing like she's the victim, and then making like Queen of the South was perping and bullying her. So and I'm wondering, where is that baby that Trisha claimed to be pregnant with? That baby ought to be a few months old now, because Saturday, I mean, no, did I? It was, yeah, it was last year was Friday, May 6th. So so that baby, if she was already 2 months pregnant, that baby ought to be like 4 or 5 months old. But she doesn't have any videos or pictures of the baby, I don't think. So she lied for sympathy, because she knew she was wrong. And she knew she was a witch and a perp. She told me she was pregnant and she threatened to sacrifice that baby. And I'm like, how, if you're supposed to be a Christian? So, yeah, I mean, so, so I mean, like, um, so it's like everybody try to say, oh, that was wrong. When Trisha she told numerous lies on me. And then y'all abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers thinking that when you say literally and when you say mind you, y'all think that it can convince more people about your lies being the truth when it's not. How can you straight up say literally when you are lying and not even telling the truth? But I wasn't even enthusiastic at all with really going by Trisha's house. I was not enthusiastic at all about going down by her. But I told, because I said I don't like people touching my stuff. And, I told her, don't worry about trying to help me. She insisted on helping it. I mean, grabbing stuff anyway. And she didn't tell me, well, I'm only allowed to pick up 20 pounds. She didn't tell me none of that. She said, oh, I'm 2 months pregnant. I'm not allowed to pick up any more than 20 pounds. I told her, please do not help me. I don't really like people touching my stuff. I got it. And then, like, her car was dirty. And she's like, oh, don't worry. It's just coffee stains. So she lied to people and said that I forced her to get all of my stuff and put it in her car and carry it upstairs, take it out of the car and carry it upstairs and stuff like that. As I said, she was freaking eager and excited, even after I got to her house. But she didn't start the perping until after I got in the car. Like almost immediately, and it was subtle. Like she was perping me. It was very subtle. But I should have known something with her car being red, but I guess she didn't want to be obvious with the one headlight, because then I would have known she was a perp. But me calling myself giving her the benefit of the doubt with the car being red, and she had some subtle signs before I even got down there. I felt something wasn't right. I even did blog posts about it. So I mean, I quickly gained like at least 5, 6 or 7 people to talk to, including her. And then I lost all my support after dealing with her, and then ended up back on the streets again in Pensacola, and had to leave so much stuff behind. Like all the stuff from not everything, but all that stuff I got from my tax, the stuff I bought from my tax refund check. I had to leave all that stuff behind at her house and couldn't take it with me, because I didn't have the money to take it on the Greyhound bus with me. But as I said, I had to flee her house like a burning building because of what she was about to do to me. You know, it's like and she performed whatever fake witchcraft in order to be popular, fake, and famous, like really quick. And then, she's been catfishing people, deceiving people, lying to people, wearing fake makeup, lipstick, and wigs to, I mean, if you would have saw her natural look, you would have thought she was attractive. So, she had a big old gap in her teeth and black lips, and her hair wasn't even longer than mine. At that time, her hair was shorter than mine, natural hair. So, all these so-called sexually perverted guys that's supposedly in the TI community, they're sitting there sexually drooling over her and everything. And because they sexually want the way they sexually want her because of what her deceiving people with her looks. They're all defending and agreeing with her. Even the nappy head roots guy, he's supposed to be heavily targeted. That was the point in time I thought that he was one of the popular fakes. But he's supposedly heavily targeted. And he was even defending and agreeing with her against me. And I'm like, wow. And he was even, acting like he was trying to sexually get at her. Him and that guy that falsely glorifies himself as Young Steel, or Food Vibes, Herbs, Nature, or something like that. He was even trying to sexually get at her, and try to talk about how he they all huddled together and talk about how they realized something was up with me a long time ago, when I'm actually being heavily and truly targeted, and y'all all fake ass sold out perps. It's like if y'all profess targeted individuals, huddling together and gossiping about another TI that's truly going through hell and suffering. And it's like y'all supposed to be targeted. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all say y'all love the Lord. Y'all say y'all Christian. And you're joining on the gossiping and oh yeah, I stopped donating to her a long time ago. I'm like, when you never donated shit. I mean, I'm saying, like, if a random person says that, oh, I stopped donating a long time ago. I saw who for the scammer she was a long time ago. I'm like, well, and you got a big ass GoFundMe with $100,000. I only asked for $10,000 for a hand up to try to maybe get a business or get a car or to get my own place, a permanent home. But, y'all sitting here, y'all have a house and a car. You run your own business successfully. Your business is not taken down. You drive around in your brand new pretty Tesla all day. You're not suffering or going through gang stalking. And you're fraudulently and illegally driving your car all day talking about how great God is and glorifying yourselves as God's chosen elect and empowered individuals. And have not one shred of evidence of any gang stalking at all. But then you put up a fake $100,000 GoFundMe talking about, you got a whole $100,000 GoFundMe. $100,000 of your GoFundMe and talking about, oh, well, I just want to raise awareness and just expose this program. Well, if you already rich, living a high life, what you need to be collecting money from people for? And then you get like $336,000 in donations. Well, I couldn't even get, $2,000 over the course of 18 months. It took me I just barely got 13 something. over the course of 18 months, a year and a half. And I'm still freaking struggling. So and then when I tell people who's supposed to be targeted, they don't want to hear my cries for help. They don't want to hear my crisis. If I say that I was workplace mobbed off the job, or if I got wrongfully fired from a job, or if I almost got wrongfully arrested, they will victim blame and kick me down even harder. And defend and agree with the perps and say that I get what I deserve. Or they'll act like they don't want to hear it and make it like as if I'm full of drama. When you're going through a crisis and need the support the most, they will kick you away and say that you're full of drama and negativity and that they're sick and tired of it. But then they go and try to act like as if you know they want to cry out for support, and I gotta be there emotionally for them. And as I said, I'm sick and tired of all these one-sided fake friendships and so many so-called targeted individuals in the TI community. They are very narcissistic and they play both sides, trying to be target and perp at the same time. And they're very extremely narcissistic and with elitist mentality, and thinking y'all better. So so it's either Trisha blood sacrificed that baby, or she never was pregnant and just lied for more fake sympathy. And they had that lady Amanda on TikTok that I had to cut off all contact with her because she was perping and playing games too, while pretending to be a narc victim, and says she's a sex worker and that she's been a sex worker all her life, and claimed to be a victim of narcissistic abuse while she has all the signs of a fucking narc. I had to cut off contact with her, and she turned out to be fake and full of games. You're fucking 40 years old and you're sitting there doing like 400 TikTok videos a day talking about narcissistic abuse and fake dancing, and you're a whole damn narc. Bitch, fuck out of here. So yes, I mean, she started to covertly ignore me, ignore the shit out of me, you know, and she made it like she wasn't falling for the perps, the gang stalkers lies, but she covertly and subtly just started to ignore and avoid me, and then pretend to have fake sympathy, and then donate her prostitution money to me for me to get a hotel room. And it's like, and she claimed that she was donating money that she didn't have, and I never asked her for anything. You know, I never asked her for any money, but if she showed me, um, pictures of eviction notice, I felt like, well, I really didn't feel comfortable with taking money from you if you have eviction notices, but you donated to me, and you're saying you donated money that you don't have, but I never asked you for anything. Just like this fake perp named Nick was donating money to me, and then one day he tried to say, well, $360 a week, oh, that's a lot of money or whatever. And then right before I got here, I mean, it seemed like he was donating money like every week or maybe even twice a week, but then narcissistically try to control what I should spend it on. And I never asked him for anything. And then he turned around and said, well, I can't keep donating to you. I'm behind on bills donating to you. and I'm donating money that I don't even have. And I'm like, wait a minute, but I didn't ask you though. I asked in general if, like, do a video like this, can anybody help? But then, and then he lied and said that he was targeted too. But he would be very controlling on what he think I should spend it on. So, you know, so, and I don't even know if he got hateful and unsubscribed. But I mean, I never even saw him really make any videos. But then he's like, well, you know, I mean, he tried to, claim he's targeted too, but he started to act, abusive and narcissistic and very controlling, and then start to act perp-like and weird. Started acting weird. So, I really hate being in this predicament, being targeted, and the perps blocked me from getting a job, like the fake Donnell Williams perp, the places that he wants to get me banned from. Well, if you didn't try to have me banned from there, that's a place I could have been working at, dumbass. But I guess the gang stalkers don't think. And they always want to, narcissistic abusers always tell me, you don't think, do you? You don't have common sense, do you? But yeah, they want to call me intellectually challenged, mentally challenged, slow, retarded, and everything else. But I'm the one who don't think, who don't use common sense. I don't know. Y'all backwards. Y'all backwards. And y'all fake. Fake and phony. All y'all bastards. Play too. Y'all don't care about ruining people's lives. Get paid to ruin lives. So, I can't believe, I guess it was about 3 hours ago that I ate. I guess I'm gonna eat 3 meals today. Eat 3 times today. So, I had the sausage biscuits for breakfast with some orange juice like I did yesterday. And today I guess I'll have some eggs and maybe some eggs and I'll have some eggs, like some eggs and the peanut butter graham crackers and applesauce. And then later on for dinner, I'll have the more beans and rice and that fish. And I don't know, I might have some freaking ice cream again today, because yesterday I was comfort eating because of all my YouTube videos being, not every single last one of them, but a lot of them, I was hurting about that. So yesterday, I guess I ate for dinner. I didn't have lunch, but for dinner, I mean, I wanted to eat the eggs yesterday, but I didn't. But yesterday for lunch, for dinner, I didn't have lunch yesterday, but for dinner, I had 2 of the fish patties with some the Carolina Gold barbecue sauce on it, and I had let's see, hold up. Ooh. So I had 2 of the fish patties with the Carolina Gold barbecue sauce on it. And I had some beans and rice with some leftover chicken gravy, like chicken juice from a few days ago. And then I think I had some applesauce. Yeah, I had the 2 pieces of fish and the rice and beans with a little bit of the chicken juice from the other day. And then I had my supplement, and I think I had some applesauce, and I had like half a pint of the some of the ice cream to help make me feel better. I'm surprised I ended up feeling so stuffed, but I was feeling extremely depressed, and my anxiety was really high. And but it's like I hate the idea of if I try, maybe I don't try hard enough, and I should try harder. To be a better and more faithful Christian. I mean, I have been backsliding and being lukewarm myself, and then being distracted with this gang stuff, whatever. I need to. I mean, I have been doing a little bit better with trying to get closer to God up in here, like trying to. I need to, I mean, I've been trying to, excuse me, listen to the Bible and pray more often, and been trying to listen to the Bible and pray more often, and you know, I thought about trying to listen to my Christian songs as well. You know, um, so it's like my TikTok follower count has been going up real quick, but my views have not gone up. Like my video views have not gone up, but I'm getting more and more followers. And they had this lady that came to try to follow me, but she mentioned something about cryptocurrency. And so, I mean, I followed, but then I wasn't sure. And then I unfollowed her. Then she unfollowed me. Then I blocked her, But then they had this person that tried to come follow me. And I think, if anybody wants to talk about like worshiping ancestors and stuff, you an occultic, you practice the occult and witchcraft and stuff. So, and then they had this guy, this older man, call himself Master. I forgot his name, Master something or whatever. And he tried to follow me. He tried to follow me on TikTok that had a fake account called Join the Illuminati or something like that. And then he had videos of them worshiping Lucifer and having the satanic pentagram spell, the satanic pentagram. I want no parts of that. And even the fake Darnell Williams perp, you know, tried to, against my will, obtain my email and sign me up to the fake Jehovah's Witness cult email list, the fake Mormon cult email list, the fake Satanic Temple email list, the Illuminati email list, and the Freemason email list. I don't want any parts of that. So people on TikTok, they say that Freemasonry is Satanism. That if you're a Freemason, you're a Satanist. You're satanic. Y'all just, I guess, maybe worship the devil in a different way. There's only one way to Jesus Christ and only one way to worship Jesus Christ. But there are many ways to worship the devil. So, the devil has been trying to mock and impersonate God for quite some time, I guess. So, I mean, the devil has been making failed attempts at trying to replace God, the real God. So that might be why they got people acting like they playing both sides, you know. And then they have elitist mentality and pretend to fake like they're Christian, and they think that they're better, you know. And they have elitist mentality and pretend to be fake self-righteous hypocristians, abusive narcissistic fake hypocristians. They pretend to be overly extra Christian, extra fake Christian to cover up the devil worship that they do behind closed doors, and they don't want to be found out. And then if you find out that, well, this person is, a Freemason or a devil worshiper behind closed doors, if you're a devil worshiper behind closed doors, and then after you expose that truth, then they got a smear campaign and have everybody turn against you and make you out to look like the bad, evil, crazy person. So I don't know. So the fake aquarium doors per try to say, yeah, you say you feel imprisoned in your home, in your house, because, oh no, you're doing that willfully. You choose to be because you feel because you're trying to cover up the shame that you did in your neighborhood and this and that, whatever. I don't have any shame at all in exposing you perps, but they love to manipulate and twist things around. You telling the truth, and they twisting and lying and manipulating, and they reverse it on you and lie and say that they're telling the truth and that you're the one who's lying and twisting and manipulating. And there'll be devil worshippers who will pretend that they're goodly Christians and lie and twist everything on you and say that you are the one who is the devil incarnate. And it's exhausting when you feel like you're on a losing end and everybody else betray you and turn against you and defend and agree with the liar. The person who's making up lies. It's exhausting. So I would like to work on some more writing today, despite what I'm going through. I'm trying to pick myself back up and not let myself still feel defeated. So I'm gonna get off here, and I'll come back to y'all later on.